Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the AFC East is heating up in a way we haven't seen in years. And the Bills, as always, are right in the middle of this storm. But what's really catching everyone's attention right now is a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the division and the entire conference picture. We're talking about the Denver Broncos, a team that's been struggling mightily this season with a 2-5 record, a defense that's allowing an alarming 28 points per game, and a roster that's clearly in rebuild mode. According to multiple sources, Denver is eyeing a trade that could send their wide receiver Courtland Sutton to the Buffalo Bills in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. Now, this isn't just a rumor. It's something that's gaining serious traction, especially with the recent struggles of the Broncos' defense and their need to bolster their offense, especially their receiving core. Sutton, who's 30 years old, is a contested catch monster with a frame that's 6'4". He's built for the red zone, and in 2025, he's already hauled in 34 receptions for 498 yards and 5 touchdowns. His yards per catch sit at an impressive 14.6, and he's someone who excels in tight coverage, winning 60% of contested catches, which is among the top 60 in the league. He's a player who thrives in situations where the quarterback needs a reliable target in traffic, especially in the red zone where his size and ball skills make him a nightmare for defenses. His route running is physical, and he generates over 1 big plays per game, often stretching the field with deep routes that challenge defenses and open up opportunities underneath. Sutton's air yards total 720, and his contested catch rate, combined with his ability to create separation against press coverage, averaging almost 3 yards of separation, makes him a perfect fit for the Bills' offense. Let's dive a bit deeper into Sutton's career because it paints a clear picture of what he can bring to Buffalo. Over his career, he's accumulated over 200 receiving yards and 28 touchdowns, with a solid PFF grade averaging around 82. 3, he's been a consistent red zone threat, ranking in the top 25 in targets inside the 20-yard line, converting about 42% of those targets into touchdowns. His ability to win contested catches is one of his signature traits, with over 100 contested wins in his career, and he's particularly adept at slants, where his 5.8 yards after catch average shows his physicality and ability to generate yards after securing the ball. In 2025, he's been a key weapon for the Broncos, but with their current struggles and a looming rebuild, it seems they're ready to part ways with Sutton, especially considering they have a young roster that's still trying to find its identity. Where does this fit into the Bills' puzzle? Well, adding Sutton would be a significant upgrade in their receiving core, especially after the injury to Dawson Kincaid, who missed Week 7 with an oblique injury. Sutton's presence would complement Stefon Diggs and Gabe Davis, giving quarterback Josh Allen a more physical, reliable red zone target. Imagine the possibilities. Sutton's contested catch ability paired with Diggs' route running and Davis's speed could create mismatches all over the field. His addition would also help alleviate some of the pressure on Kincaid, who's been over-targeted at times, and provide Allen with a more diverse arsenal of weapons to work with, especially in critical situations. Buffalo's offense has been impressive this season, ranked among the top in the league in passing yards per game, but the addition of a player like Sutton could elevate them even further. Their passing efficiency would see a boost, with plus 18% EPA per pass, and their aerial yards per game would likely rise from around 240 to close to 290. This is huge because it means more explosive plays, more sustained drives, and ultimately more points on the board. Sutton's contested catch rate of 60% and his ability to win deep throws would open up the field for Allen to make more big plays, especially against defenses that struggle against physical receivers. And let's not forget, this move could reshape the Bills' red zone dynamics. With Sutton's 5 touchdowns and his knack for winning in tight coverage, Buffalo could see their red zone scoring percentage jump from 55% to around 68%, a massive improvement that could be the difference in close games. But what about the Broncos? Well, they're in a different phase now, focused on rebuilding and acquiring draft capital. Their cap space stands at about $17 million, which they could use to extend players like Jerry Jeudy or to invest in their offensive line, which has seen sacks increase by 14% in 2025. Trading Sutton for a third-round pick in 2026 allows them to accumulate assets and focus on their long-term rebuild. They're also prioritizing picks for defensive back and edge rusher positions, aiming to strengthen their defense, which is currently giving up 4.7 yards per rush. Losing Sutton might be a blow in the short term, especially in the red zone, where he's been a top target, but it fits their strategic plan to build through the draft and avoid a prolonged limbo like the Broncos experienced in 2023. Now, for the Bills, this potential trade isn't just about acquiring a talented receiver. It's about shifting the entire dynamic of their offense. Sutton would serve as a perfect complement to their existing weapons, especially in the context of their current season. The team's efficiency on passing plays would see a noticeable leap, with plus 12% win probability in simulations against playoff contenders like the Dolphins, exploiting defenses that allow more than 8 yards per pass. His contested catch ability would create mismatches against weaker secondary players, turning the Bills into an even more formidable aerial attack. The addition of Sutton could propel Buffalo's Super Bowl odds from around plus 800 to plus 400, according to BetMGM, making them one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC. It's not just about building a better team. It's about transforming the Bills into a genuine contender capable of competing with the best in the league. And Sutton's impact on the red zone and deep passing game could be the difference maker they've been searching for. This move also echoes some of the big shifts we saw last year with the Jets acquiring Adams, which injected over 180 yards of contested catches into their offense, revitalizing their aerial game and boosting their chances in the playoff race. If the Bills can pull off this trade, it could be a similar game changer, pushing them from a good team to a true Super Bowl contender. The synergy with Allen could be immediate, giving him a physical target who can win in tight windows and stretch the field vertically. This, combined with the team's overall improvement in red zone efficiency and pass protection, especially with the offensive line working in tandem, could unlock even more potential for the Bills' high-powered offense. And let's talk about the bigger picture. The AFC East is becoming a true aerial battleground. The Dolphins, with their fast-paced, high-scoring offense, are always lurking at the top. But the Bills, with this kind of strategic move, could take a real step ahead. They'd be able to match or even surpass Miami's offensive explosiveness, making the division even more competitive and exciting for fans. This trade could also serve as a statement to other teams in the league that Buffalo is serious about reclaiming their spot at the top of the AFC. By acquiring Sutton, they're not just adding a receiver, they're sending a message that they're ready to challenge the best, to push their Super Bowl aspirations even higher, and to solidify their reputation as a team that's not just chasing a title but actively hunting it. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Sutton is the missing piece that can push this team over the edge? Or are there concerns about how it might affect the chemistry or cap space? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills' future. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and breaking news, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. This team is on the verge of something great, and with moves like these, the sky's the limit. Thanks for being with us, and as always, go Bills.